According to cops, the last unrestricted conversation they had with the parents was back on October 6th. The child disappeared on October 3rd. Okay? We're talking, if she is hysterical, crying hysterically, as she has been seen crying hysterically, the mother I'm talking about, then why is it that she is not talking to cops? Why is it that cops are having trouble now reaching the parents? Why is it that reports indicate that the parents said they couldn't talk to cops because they were going to do a TV interview? Mark Klass, you're the president and founder of Klass Kids Foundation. I would think that this mother who is hysterical and says she will do anything to find this beautiful, precious, helpless child would want to sit down and subject herself to anything the cops have to offer.
Well, Jane, thanks for having me on, and I couldn't agree with you more. I think you put your finger on the real issue here. Obviously, the recovery of baby Lisa is not the #1 priority of her parents. They won't let their other children be re-interviewed because they don't want them to be traumatized. That's certainly not putting baby Lisa first. They're not talking to the police. That's certainly not putting baby Lisa first. They've hired a lawyer to represent their own interests. That's certainly not putting baby Lisa first. This is becoming very troubling. They're making horrible decisions and terrible choices as this case moves forward. And it's not making them look any better at all.
Well, psychotherapist Leslie Austin, you have a mother who's weeping and crying and saying, I want to help my baby, I want to find my baby. Then we hear quite a few days later, now we hear, oh, she's been drinking. She was drinking the night that her child disappeared. She had more than 5 glasses of wine. We've also learned that she was on anti-anxiety meds, according to published reports, which experts in addiction say, hey, you take wine and you add anti-anxiety meds, that's like supercharging the wine. It's like almost doubling the intoxication. And now we're hearing that, wow, she's not saying that she saw the child at 10:30. Now she's saying she put the child to sleep at 6:40 p.m. and then was drinking on the stoop with her neighbor, and she can't remember whether or not she saw the child at 10:30. These are inconsistencies. What do you make of how the mother is conducting herself?
Well, there's a very fine balance to be struck here between wanting to do absolutely everything to find baby Lisa and us turning into a lynch mob without evidence of proven guilt. I think that she made some very stupid, irresponsible choices by drinking when she's home alone with the baby. That's not intelligent. Most people do that, unfortunately, and they get away with it. And something happened here. We don't know that she actually harmed the baby.
Leslie,
here's
what disturbs me. I'm not saying she's a suspect. I'm not saying she's responsible.
Right.
But given that her child is missing, I find it extraordinary that she says that she doesn't have any problem with having a few drinks while while she's watching the kids, saying, well, it's okay to have some adult time. It's shocking that she would make that statement in light of the fact that her child is missing.
I couldn't agree with you more. It's stupid, it's shocking, it's irresponsible, it's bad parenting, and to her credit, at least she finally admitted it openly and came out with it and went public with it, which totally leads me to believe that she may not be totally guilty here. She has a little bit of credibility for allowing herself to look really bad and fessing up early on when nobody else might have known. So it's a very dicey situation here. She's irresponsible. They're making bad decisions with the police, and we don't have any solid proof that even though she's looking irresponsible and bad, that she's guilty of a crime yet. I do hope that they talk more with the police, though. I really do, because it's the only way we'll find that baby.
According to published reports citing the cops, they are not. And I want to bring in the attorneys, Ray Giudice, defense attorney, Remy Spencer, defense attorney. Listen, I'll just give you the recap here, and I want your analysis, and maybe we'll start with Ray. Okay, the child disappears October 3rd, the last unrestricted interview October 6th. Then on October 8th, mom reportedly stops the questioning. And she's invited on any time. If you don't think we're getting it right, lady, come on, we'll talk to you. We'll get your side of the story. We want to be fair here. We want to get both sides. But this is what they're saying. The last unrestricted chat with the parents was October 6th. The last time that they really talked to her was October 8th, at which point she becomes uncomfortable and stops the questioning, Ray. Why?
Jane, forget the idea that the legal process starts at the time of arrest or an indictment. In today's 24/7 cable world, the legal defense starts moments after the initial questioning by the police, when it becomes adversarial, when they start accusing, when they start trying to set up conflicting statements between the parents and repetitive statements. It is game on for these folks. They are not only done the right thing in hiring excellent nationally known counsel, but they may also want to consider hiring separate counsel so they can each defend themselves.